What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we finished off the Lament quest with Reforging the Past, and we finally got ourselves the titular exotic, the Lament. This episode, we are going to be continuing along with the Born in Darkness quest. We need to defeat Terex's platoon in near the Crux of Eternity, or Crux of Darkness in Eternity. Excuse me. I finished up my Gambit. Required Gambit matches. I was able to get the whole thing done in the 2 matches it asked for. It didn't take me longer than that to get Stasis kills. Pretty darn simple. Just bring some Stasis weapons with you when you do it. It makes your life a whole lot easier. But yeah, I was able to get that done. Now I'm just going to kind of move past everything as we head out to wherever this platoon is so we can kill them. It won't take very long to do so, especially with the Lament at our side. If I can actually use this thing. I don't... Like, I love this weapon, but I never use it. And it's because there's such a wealth of exotics in this game that I never find a need to, especially when legendary swords are already so freaking good. Like, they're just incredible. There's really no point, but... Alright, we're gonna take you out. There we go. Let's keep going. And just kind of move on past everything. I hope they're not all the way at the end, but they might be. They're definitely past this point. Throw one of those in there. Get myself some Here Always pieces for it. It's always nice to have that. I'm going to have more ways of getting Here Always pieces here very soon once I finish one of my current quests that requires me to get a bunch of precision kills. Here we go. That's what I was waiting for. So it's all the way in this room, which isn't too bad. So we just use that thing. And then we have you. So let's just do that. There we go. One more precision kill ought to do it. There we go. Beautiful. I think it's going to make me kill a few more enemies as well, though, maybe. Before I can say I'm good here. Hello. There you are. Here, have that. Okay, there we go. Now they're all dead. So bring the skeleton tea to the Exo-Stranger in the Concealed Void Lost Sector in Asterian Abyss. Now this works out great because there is also another exotic quest we are supposed to be working on right now, which is... Where is it? It is the Stasis prototype. Rendezvous with Spider's associate in the Concealed Void Lost Sector. So we're going to be doing both of these things in this episode. So yeah, I will see you over at the end of that Lost Sector in just a moment. All right, here we are. So first things first, this is the associate right here. They are apparently shooting at my Stasis crystal. I'm going to get rid of that so they stop doing that. All right, let's obtain some skiff codes. Stasis prototype will continue. Visit the Drifter in the Annex. So we'll go talk to him next about this and see what he has to say. But first things first, we got to talk to Anna and Elsie.
But all this... I'm feeling a little ashamed of being a Bray right now.
Welcome to my world.
Elsie... Clovis... You... This is all I wanted. All I searched for. But you've been around this whole time and I never heard from you. Guardian? What are you doing here?
This is actually why I brought you here, Anna. Perfect. This is exactly what we need to decrypt the journal and find that stasis research.
Stasis? You mean darkness power?
Anna, what we're doing here is extremely important. Stasis is just a tool. We've used it for good.
You're using darkness?
I was skeptical at first too, Anna.
Both of you? After everything it's done to us?
Anna, our past. I thought that keeping it from you was the best way to protect you.
Protect me? I've been protecting myself just fine without your help, thanks. And this? Using the darkness? That can't end well.
And it didn't before. But this time...
Hold on. Before?
In another timeline, Anna, you were too obsessed with your past for your own good. And I was too selfish for my own good. The truth is, I'm not from this timeline. Where I come from, the darkness won. And I tried to shield you from it, but all I did was drive you to it. I'm sorry for keeping so much from you. I think the best way to help you now is just to be there for you.
Look. I don't mean to be ungrateful, and it's incredible that you're alive. Really. But I don't know how to handle this. I'm sorry.
Anna, wait!
Being honest with her was the right thing to do.
Time will tell. For now, I'll keep working to find the location of Clovis's stasis research. We'll talk again soon.
And just like before, we need to meet the Exo Stranger in Beyond once again, so let's head on over there. Yeah, I mean, it was the right idea, to be honest, but it's also very understandable that it was extremely overwhelming. I mean, I would imagine so if I heard something about me like, oh, by the way, in my timeline where you are my sister, you killed people and turned evil and stuff. So, yeah, anyways, I had to kill you. All right. The Exo Stranger seems troubled as you approach. Perhaps I shouldn't have dropped so much on Anna at once. In my past attempts to befriend her across other timelines, I have always tried to ease her into these revelations. She shifts uncomfortably, but we no longer have time for ease. I just hope that by creating a different world, one where the darkness can't get its filthy claws into our heads, that Anna will come around. If she doesn't, then this whole thing may be a wash once again. The Exo Stranger shakes it off. No, it can't be. This time, things truly are different. You're walking proof of that. You and your resilience to the manipulations of darkness. So let's keep up the good fight by continuing to use Clovis's research for good. Speaking of, here's what I found this time. It's yours to do with you as you please, and we get ourselves another grenade.
Stasis power within the darkness. He just didn't know how to use it. So naturally, he hid it. Lucky for us, he did so in the most Clovis Bray of locations. With himself. The giant Exo at the bottom of the Exo factory? That's him. Well, his AI. And I think it's time we all had a talk. Anna included. This is her journey too. In the dark future, she was going to take it with or without me. And when I wasn't there, the darkness was. I won't let that happen again.
With Clovis's journal fully decrypted, the Exo Stranger has tracked your final stasis learnings to the giant exo head within creation inside Bray Exoscience. It appears that to unlock it, you'll need to empower the skeleton key with stasis one final time before bringing it to the giant exo head. Follow the Exo Stranger's guidance to empower the skeleton key. We need to defeat combatants on Europa using stasis abilities, but this will give us our next aspect. So this is kind of a huge deal once we get it. So we need to get stasis ability kills. Obviously, the best place to go and do that is in the Eclipsed Zone, where stasis abilities regenerate a whole lot faster. So I'm going to head off to Cadmus Ridge. All right, let's show how the Cold Snap grenade works really quickly. So you throw it along the ground. It'll seek to enemies, usually just 3 of them, and then as you kill them, it will seek out a little bit further. Now, you can actually continue this chain a lot further if you have the aspect that, again, makes your grenades a lot better. It will just continue to seek and seek and seek and seek and seek again as long as you kill the enemy that it freezes. But it basically allows you to insta-freeze anything in place, which that has a lot of useful utility to it, obviously. I would say out of all of the stasis grenades, it's probably the best for PvP. It can run along the walls and it can run along the ground just fine, just obviously not through the air. The only problem with it is that its homing can be a little bit finicky and weak at times. So that is something to keep in mind. But you get that to freeze both of them. You can also even shatter dive them to get that extra damage. It's a pretty nice grenade. I mean, this or the Glacier Grenade, I would say, are honestly the play most of the time. And I would actually say even more so on Warlock, Cold Snap is the way to go. In fact, Warlock happens to have an exotic armor piece that goes with that grenade. Titans have one that goes with the Glacier Grenade, and Hunters have one that goes with the Duskfield Grenade, although it's still pretty bad, given that the fact that Duskfield Grenades are almost useless. So I'm going to get the rest of the kills here in the Eclipse Zone, and I will see you all in just a second. There we go. Finally was able to get it. All right, now I need to do 2 Nightfall strikes with stasis equipped and combatants affected by stasis. This is a lot easier than the Gambit one. I would just go into either the Adept or Heroic variant for this. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. On top of that, this is also something I should mention, because it does... Wow, I cannot land my shots apparently. It does actually pertain to one of the Umbral activities that seems to be a little bit difficult. So if we head on in here and take a look at, where is it? This one, Umbral Flames. It says champions defeated as a stasis subclass. There are various ways you can try to get kills with this, but my advice to try to get the 3 there is to just have the Stasis subclass equipped and be the one who delivers the finisher on a champion whenever you can. It's so much easier to try to get it that way than by any other means. So I'm going to be working on that here in a bit, probably between episodes actually. But we're going to actually end this episode by heading on back to the Annex and talking to the Drifter. All right, here we are. Let's see what the Drifter wants from us next. We're going to kind of work on Born in Darkness and Stasis prototypes kind of simultaneously from here on out until either one of them is complete, and then we'll just kind of focus on the rest of the other one. And that's kind of it for Beyond Light, if I could be honest. Drifter flashes a crooked smile as you walk up. Nice work, hot shot, he says. You're almost ready to go grab that gun. According to those blueprints, the one thing that Fallen haven't worked out yet is how to stabilize the stasis energy, so I whipped up a prototype of my own. He winks. This should help you get the gun firing. Return to Europa and complete the stealing stasis mission.
A grenade launcher, huh? Wish I'd thought of that. Listen, I think the Fallen have bitten off a little more than they can chew here. What do you say we take this thing off their hands? See if you can find intel on where they're keeping the prototype. In the meantime, I'm gonna call in a favor from the shore.
And there we go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. Next time, I will be back with the next step in Born in Darkness ready. We will be finishing up that quest, and then we will jump into the Stealing Stasis mission. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.